Let's create one more tutorial in Autodesk Fusion. In this tutorial, you'll learn to use Extrude, Mirror, Hole, and Fillet. So open the Fusion and let's go. The first step to create this part here, we will select the front plane and make this sketch. Here will be our midpoint, and the first thing that we'll make, we will create this slot here with 16 millimeters of radius, and the distance between the centers is 50 millimeters, and the other slot here with 26 millimeters of radius. So open the Fusion, go to create a sketch, select the front plane, go to create, select slot, center to center slot, click here at the midpoint, make a slot here, go to sketch dimension, the distance here 50 millimeters, and the radius is 16 millimeters of radius. Now go to modify, select offset, make an offset here with 10 millimeters of distance, the radius here 26 millimeters. Okay, now let's create this circle here. This circle here is this hole with 26 millimeters of diameter. So select the circle, select this point, the circle here, 26 millimeters of diameter. Okay. Now let's create this rectangle here. So select line, select this point here, make this line here. Okay, go to constraint and select the collinear, select this line and this line here, this line and this line here. We made two lines here, sorry. Okay, the distance here, let's check the distance. Here is our midpoint and this line here is our midpoint. Okay, so the distance between the midpoint and the top face here is 90 millimeters. Okay, we have 90 millimeters of distance, and here is the top face, the same face here is here. Okay, the same face. The distance between this face and this line here is 90 millimeters minus 5 millimeters minus 5 millimeters. Okay, 8 millimeters. So go to sketch dimension, select this line and the midpoint here, 90 millimeters minus 5 minus 5. Okay, we made this. Finish the sketch. Now we need to extrude this. Here in this symmetrical line is our plane. So this symmetrical line means that we have 17 millimeters to this side and 17 millimeters to this side. Okay, but in this side here we need to remove this area here with 3 millimeters, because this area here is the area between these two slots. Let me show you here in the 3D model. Is this area here. Okay, so in this extrude we need to remove this. So in one side is 17 millimeters and in the other side is 17 millimeters minus 3. Okay, so go to extrude, select this profile here, don't select this circle, the direction here, select the two sides, and this side here is 17 millimeters and this side here is 17 minus 3, and press OK. Operation new body, we made this. Okay, now let's extrude this area here 3 millimeters, and we will select the profile, the area between these two slots. Okay, so let me hide this body here, show the sketch one, go to extrude and select this area, show the body one here, the direction here, one side, they start, select two object, select this face here, and the distance here, select minus 3 millimeters. to make this extrusion to this side, operation join, and press OK. Let me hide the sketch one. We made this extrusion here. We made this, okay. Now let's create this two side here. This one and this one. To create this, we'll go to Fusion, create a sketch, hide this body here a little bit, and select the right plane. Show the body one. Here, let's see here, the B face here is this sketch, okay? And we know that the center of this hole here, is in the same center of this, is coincident with the center of this arc, okay? We can see this here. So show the sketch one. Let's rotate this a little bit. Let me hide this body. Go to create, select the project include, project, select this point here and press OK. Hide the sketch one. Let me rotate this. The slot here is a slot with 12 millimeters of radius, and the distance between the centers is 34 millimeters, okay? So go to create, select slot, center to center slot, click here at this point. The distance here 34 millimeters. And go to sketch dimension, 34 millimeters here, and the radius is 12 millimeters of radius. Okay, finish the sketch and go to Extrude, show the body one. The extrusion here must be 5 millimeters, okay? So the direction here, select symmetric, measurement whole length, and the distance here 85 millimeters. And the operation here is join, press OK. We made this. Now let's create these two holes here, okay? This hole is in the center of the slot, and we have here M10. So open the Fusion here, go to create a sketch, select this face here, go to create the project include, select this arc and this arc here. Sorry, project include. Select this face here, press OK. Finish the sketch. Now go to hole, and the placement here, select from sketch and select this point here and select this point here. The size is M10, so let's select 10 millimeters here, M10, okay. And let's see the dimensions here. The dip is 20 millimeters and the length of the thread is 18 millimeters. So the dip here is 20 millimeters and the dip of the thread is 18 millimeters. And here the holy tape type, select the taped, and the thread offset, select the offset here, okay. And the drill point, select the angle and press OK. We made this. Let me show you here. Selection section analysis. Select this plane here. Let me flip this. Press OK. We made this, okay. The thread size, the thread length, and the dip of this hole. Okay. Let me hide this analysis. We need to make the same in the other side. To make this, we'll go to create and select the mirror. And the object type, select the features, and the object, select this hole here. And the mirror plane, hide this body and select the right plane here. We'll make the same in the other side here. press OK. Let me show the analysis here. We made this the same in the both sides. Okay. Now let's create this hole here, these two holes. So open the Fusion here, go to create a sketch, select this face here, go to select line and select construction line. Click here in this point, make a construction line here, and go to create and select a point. Make 2 points here. Okay. We have the distance between the center of this hole is 25 millimeters, and the distance between the center of this hole and this construction line is a half of 40 millimeters. That is 20 millimeters. So go to Fusion, go to Sketch Dimension, select this point and this point. The distance here 25 millimeters. The distance between this point and this line here is 20 millimeters. Okay. Go to Constraint, select Horizontal Vertical, select this point and this point here. And here is missing this dimension. The distance between this point and the top face here is 57, but we don't need this yet, so we use this for reference, this line here. So the distance is 57 minus 5 minus 5. So go to Sketch Dimension, select this point, select this edge. The distance here is 57 minus 5 minus 5. Okay. Now go to create and select mirror. Select this 2 point, and the mirror line is this construction line. Press OK. We made this. Finish the sketch. Now go to hole. Let's see the dimensions here. This hole it is a M5, and the depth is 8 millimeters. 8 millimeters is the 3D depth, and the full depth here is 10 millimeters. Okay. So here go to placement, select from the sketch, select this 4 points here. The size is M5, and all this length here is 10 millimeters, and the 3D length is 8 millimeters. And press OK. We made this. Okay. Now let's create this part here. Okay, this rectangle. This part here is here. So go to create a sketch, select this face here. The first part is a rectangle. Okay, so let's create a rectangle 60, or let me see here, 72 by 47 millimeters. Go to 2-point rectangle, select the center rectangle, click here in the midpoint, 72 millimeters by 47 millimeters. Okay. Let's add this fillet here. The fillet here is 6 millimeters of radius. So go to modify, select the fillet. The fillet here is 6 millimeters. Creating the 4 edges. Press OK. We made this. And here we need to extrude this 5 millimeters. Okay. So go to finish sketch, go to extrude, select this profile, all this profile. Okay. And extrude this 5 millimeters. Press OK. Now let's create these holes here. Okay. So go to create a sketch, select this face, go to create project, include project, select this face here and press OK. We have these points here where will be the holes. Okay, finish the sketch, go to holes, and the hole here is an M6 through all. Okay, so go to placement, select from the sketch, select all this point here, these 4 points, and the size here, select 6 millimeters, M6, and the distance here is through all, and the holy tape type, select tape it, and the 3D here, offset 3D, select full, and press OK. We made this. Okay, now let's create the other part here. This part here is a circle with 47 millimeters of diameter. So let's create this. Go to create a sketch, select this face, select the circle, click here in the midpoint, make a circle here with 47 millimeters of diameter, and press OK. Finish the sketch. We need to extrude this 5 millimeters. Okay, so go to extrude, select this face here, 5 millimeters here, operation join, press OK. Now we need to create these 3 holes here, these 3 holes. Okay, so let's create this. Let me erase these red lines here. Okay, so go to create a sketch, select this face. To create this hole, we have this circle here for reference with 40 millimeters of diameter. So select the circle, select this point here, active the line type, construction line type, 40 millimeters of diameter, press OK. Now go to create and select a point, make a point here, and go to constraints and select horizontal vertical, select this point and the midpoint here, and here we have 3 points. Okay, one here, and one here. So go to create, select the circular pattern, the object, select this point here, and the center point, select this circle, and press OK. We made this. Finish the sketch. This hole here is a M6, so go to create, select the hole, the placement, select it from sketch, select this 3 point here, and here the holy type, select it simple, the holy tape type, select it tape it, and the 3D offset, select the offset. Okay, the full size here is 15 millimeters, and the 3D dip is 12 millimeters, M6. Okay, so the full length here is 15 millimeters, and the dip, the 3D dip is 12 millimeters, M6. Press OK. We made this. Okay, okay, now here let's make this cut here. We need to make this cut, and the back we have this wall with 4 millimeters. Okay, and to this side here is through all. So active the sketch 1, hide this body, go to extrude and select this circle and this slot. Okay, show this body. The direction here, select the 2 sides. In the back here is 17 millimeters minus 4. Okay, and in this side here, the extend here, select the all, operation cut, and press OK. Let me hide the sketch 1. We made this. Okay, now let's create this cut here. and the dip here is 5 millimeters. Okay, so let's create this, and we have a diameter with 28 millimeters and another diameter with 17 millimeters of diameter. So go to create, select the hole, select this face here. The hole type, select simple. The hole tape type, select simple. No, sorry, the hole type here, select counter body. Okay. The dip here, select 40 millimeters. And the first diameter here is 28 millimeters. And the distance here, 5 millimeters, okay, the counter body dip. And this diameter here is 17 millimeters of diameter. And press OK. Make sure that it is in the center. Click here in this edge, okay, and press OK. We made this. Let me show the analysis here. We made this, okay. Now let's create this hole here. So open the Fusion here, go to create a sketch, and here select this face here. We need to make a point here that is horizontal, vertical with the midpoint, and the distance between this point here and the top face is here, 48 millimeters, okay. So go to create, select the point, make a point here, go to constraints, horizontal, vertical, select this point and this point here, and go to sketch dimension. The distance between this point and the top face here is 48 millimeters. Press OK. Finish the sketch. Go to hole. The hole here is through all and M5. So select this point. The hole tape type is taped. The hole type here is simple. The extended here is all. And the 3D offset, remove this, select full. And the size is M5. So select 5 millimeters here. M5, press OK. We made this. Okay. Now to finish this exercise, we need to make this part here. Okay. So go to Fusion, go to create a sketch and select this face here. Okay. And here we need to make a circle here with 52 millimeters of diameter. Okay. Select the circle, click here in the midpoint, 52 millimeters of diameter, press OK. And go to create, select the project, include project, and select this face here and press OK. Now here, finish the sketch. We need to extrude this, the extrusion here. We have this line here that is the center of this line here between the distance here and here. And we need to extrude this 24 millimeters, okay? So go to extrude, select this profile here, extrude this 24 millimeters, operation join, press OK. We made this. Now we need to make these 4 holes here. To create this, we have this circle for reference with 40 millimeters of diameter. So go to create a sketch, select this face here, select the circle and select the line type construction, click here in the midpoint. The diameter here is 40 millimeters. Okay. Now we need to create these 4 points here to make the hole. So go to create and select the point. Make a point here. Select a line, a construction line. Make a line between these 2 points here. And make a line here. Make this line a construction line, okay? And go to sketch dimension. The angle between these two lines here is 45 degrees. Okay. Now go to create and select a circular pattern. Select this point here. The center point is this circle here. The quantity is 4 and press OK. And here finish the sketch. Let me rotate this. Now to create this hole here is M4 and the 3D length, the 3D depth is 10 millimeters and the depth of this hole is 12 millimeters. So select the hole. The placement here, select from sketch, select this 4 point here. The hole type, select simple. The hole tape type, select taped. The 3D offset, select the offset here. And the length here is 12 millimeters. The 3D depth is 10 millimeters. And the size here is M4. So select 4 millimeters here, M4, and press OK. So we made this, okay. Now here we need to put some fillets here, and the fillet is 3 millimeters of radius. So let's create this. We have a fillet here, and we have a fillet in this edge here. So let's create this, and we have a fillet here. So go to fillet, select this edge here, this edge here, this edge here. Select the same edge that I am selecting, okay. The fillet here is 3 millimeters. So let me see here what is happening. Let me select here. Make this fillet first and go to fillet again. Select this and this. The fillet here 3 millimeters. Okay. And we have a fillet in this edge here. Let me show you. We have a fillet here. But here we use 2 millimeters, okay? Add selection set. Select here 2 millimeters. And press OK. Let me see if it is missing. Is missing one fillet here. This fillet, no, we don't have fillet here. Let me see here. We don't have a fillet here. That's okay. So here we finish our exercise. So thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel for more and see you in the next video. Bye bye.